All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. It's Dr. E coming at you again. Today's date is January 3rd, 2020, 2023. And I just wanted to report to you all, because I know many of you are, in and of hip hop in some kind of way, whether you're like me, old school or, middle in between somewhere or even kind of, recent or whatever. There's no way we're not connected by hip hop or whatever. But they finally have a cause of death for a female rapper Gangsta Boo from 3 6 Mafia, and so I'm going to go ahead and report that to you all. We've lost a lot of rappers, hip hoppers, man. I mean, our generation and the generation below me has been getting tore up, man. I mean, it's like wow, you know. Um, I'm not going to front and say I knew her music or I was ever a fan of 3 6 Mafia. I mean, they weren't for my generation, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm from the South, man. I don't play with triple sixes. I don't play with that. And they got pictures of some of them, having putting the little devil sign, devil horns, and all this kind of man. Look here, man. I don't play with that, but it is what it is on that, man. But not getting into that like that, but I just had to keep it 100, keep it transparent. I would never join the group with that even with that type of name because I'm just with the way I was raised. I don't play like that. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like my grandma used to tell me all the time, boy, you better find something else to play with. You know what I'm saying? And that's just old school in me. Certain things I'm just not gonna really get off into, and certain things say even in music or whatever. But being from literally from the music industry, I know for a fact and firsthand that this is a lot that goes on, man. I mean, truthfully, man, in retrospect, I can kind of understand why, as talented as I was, the Most High just didn't allow me to just really permeate that genre. That what I'm saying. There's a lot, man. Let me tell you something. The music industry is for the most part is demonic. Okay, they represent everything this not of God. I mean, you're talking about sinful sex, drugs, all types of drugs you can think of in abundance, man. I mean, just debauchery, excess, you name it, man. I mean, I stayed, I stayed above the fray for a long time, being an independent, and then when I got my first, record deal with a major artist or whatever. But I was like, nah, man, I'm a chill, right? Because I mean, the stuff that goes on, you can get caught up before you know it, and that just was never my thing, and I mean the stuff that I used to hear her talked about, whatever the case may be. I know that there were older people getting younger people hooked on drugs just so they can have them controlled. I mean, stuff like that, like it existed. And the thing about it is, if you get someone young hooked on drugs, that younger person, if they're lucky enough, they'll get older, and guess what? They still have that drug problem. Well, anyway, I'm just saying that is based on, for those of you who don't know my history, I'm from the music industry or whatever. I'm a music industry, insider or whatever. I know a lot, man. I've seen a lot and I've heard a lot. I just haven't really incorporated that part of my testimony, my bio into this channel. But maybe in the future I'll start incorporating more of that into the channel. But there's a lot in the music industry that goes on, man. A lot of people don't know about. You'd be like, what? And it's like that. But anyway, man, back on to the story. I'm gonna go ahead and read the story on Gangsta Boo, and her cause of death, man. But rest in peace to the sister, and shout out and condolences, to her family members, friends, and fans. All right, and the reference for this article is by Miss Candace McDuffie. Looks like I'm not sure where it's. I don't know if it's MSN Music or The Roots. I'm not really sure, but yeah, shouts out to her for the article. But anyway, she goes on to report that more details have been revealed about the tragic death of Gangsta Boo. On January 1st, the former 3 6 Mafia rapper was found dead in her hometown of Memphis. Born Lola Mitchell, The artist was just 43 years old. Now TMZ has reported that her death was a result of a drug overdose. Per the outlet, quote, sources connected to Gangsta Boo tell TMZ the rapper's death appears to be drug-related. We're told Gangsta was with her brother last night at a local concert in Memphis and that her siblings started to overdose sometime in the night, requiring hospitalization. While he ended up, being okay, our sources tell us that people familiar with Gangsta Boo's death scene insist narcotics were found on her person and that a fentanyl-laced substance is believed to be at play. We're told the police are launching an official investigation. The artist's mother, Veronica Mitchell, issued a statement on Monday about this tragedy. The Mitchell family would like to thank everyone for their condolences regarding the untimely death of Lola Gangsta Boo Mitchell. The family is asking for your continued prayers and privacy as we process the loss of our loved one. Gangsta Boo was the undisputed queen of Southern rap, joining 3 6 Mafia at the age of 15. She impressed the hell out of the music industry with her flow on the group's 1995 debut album, Mystic Styles. Mitchell would appear on 6 3 6 Mafia records total, as well as launch a successful solo career. Her debut solo album, Inquiring Minds, was released in 1998, followed by Both Worlds, *69, and Inquiring Minds 2, the soap opera. Gangsta Boo paved the way for women rappers and even appeared on Lotto's FTCU featuring Glorilla earlier this year. Hip hop has lost a true legend. And that's the end of the article. Again, just keeping it real, man. Like I said, rest in peace to the young sister. I was not a fan of her music. I'm not gonna sit here and try to front. Didn't know her music. Didn't know I don't know 3 6 Mafia's music. I mean, of course, I know the highlights of their hits. I've heard them, but yeah, we're from two totally different generations, as to be expected. You understand what I'm saying? So, but still, she's a young sister that lost her life, and I just want to use this as a time to talk to the young people, man. Listen, when you start, drugs is not the way to go, man. When anytime you take anything that's mind altering, that alters your behavior, whatever the case may be, man, that's all Satan induced, man. And you keep playing tag with Satan long enough, man, he gonna come and get you eventually. You understand what I'm saying? So, and this is not directed to anyone, directly or indirectly. I'm just using this as a time to speak to the young people, man, especially in hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? That, like, when you start getting into those things, man, drugs is not the way to go. All this talking about lean and all these different things, fentanyl. I don't know what all that crap is, man. I never fooled with drugs myself. I never even smoked weed. I used to smoke cigarettes now. Back in the day, I used to smoke them Newports. But I ended up quitting that about shit, damn man, 20 years ago. I've been stopped smoking them nasty old cancer sticks, but yeah, man, and I stopped drinking way before that. So, really, man, you need just to keep your mind right, keep your body right, man. Health is wealth, man. We losing too many of our people, different ages too. It don't matter how old, it's just everybody's leaving here, man. My generation's getting hit hard. The generation below me is getting hit hard. I mean, everybody just leaving here. So I just want to take a time to shout out to the young people, man, in hip hop, man. Say, listen, man, listen, slow down, young brother and sister. It ain't about all that. Cause I'm trying to tell you right now, if you keep playing tag with Satan, eventually he gonna say you it and come and get you. And then at that point, your eternal soul is up for grabs, and you better hope and pray that the Most High have mercy on it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I would never be the one to send anyone to heaven or hell. I don't own either one to put nobody in. But all I'm saying is, based on what I know and based on what the Bible says, you might die, but your soul got to go somewhere. You gotta think about that, man. If you leave here before you can get yourself right with God, man, I'm just saying, do you really want to roll that dice? You understand? Now, please don't want anyone to get misunderstood or misconstrued. I'm not even in no way speaking about Gangsta Boo. I read the article. I'm off that. I rest in peace to the sister and condolences to her family. I'm just using that I'm getting at the people that listening to this, young people, hip hop. I'm a father and a grandfather. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not judging nobody or whatever the kid. I'm trying to tell you what to do or what not to do. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just giving y'all some words of wisdom. It's just not worth it, man. It's really not worth it. Life is precious. Life is too short. And, you want to maximize your life, man, not be leaving here at 30, 40, 50 years old, man. That's just too young. You understand? So that's a whole lot more living to do. So anyway, man, that's that. I will continue to represent for hip hop. Like I said, to the best of my ability, I try to post things that's, it's entertaining, yes, but at the same time, inspiring, encouraging, uplifting, things like that. And I'm gonna stay on that. I'm gonna stay on that time right there. All right. So that's that, man. Until next time, it's Dr. Ephraim signing off, man. Saying shalom, elect.